What is going on, everyone? My name is Mark. I go by The Joyful Mind. It is 4:07 p.m. September 19, 2022. Hope you're having a good one. Before I kick off the stream today to where you'll see perhaps the greatest Fortnite gameplay ever. Now, let me stop there. My marketing team has told me that I always have to caveat any claim I make with the asterisk that none of these statements are based in fact, but either way, I believe they're true, which is good enough, right? I think that counts for everything today. So before I get into all that good stuff, I wanted to spend some time talking about something I found to be kind of insane. This story captivated me for a lot of reasons. One, because it kind of hits close to home. No, I'm not a hardcore gambler, but I know people who've had issues with gambling, and I felt like it needed to be covered for a lot of reasons. First and foremost, just to give you the details, a very popular Twitch streamer named Sliker has admitted to scamming thousands and thousands of dollars out of fans and streamers to pay off mounting gambling debts. Now, let me give some context here. From what I understand, he scammed over 100 people for approximately $300,000 plus. He did it for close to a year from what I understand, and he used various tactics that is common with people who have these types of problems. If you want a lot of information on the context and the scenario of it, I recommend watching Mogul Mill's video on it, the biggest scam in Twitch history. It was extremely educational. I thought it was great. I think it'll give you a lot of details. But overall, you hear a story about a man who has a severe issue, and through that issue, scammed a lot of people out of money. Now, it brings up a larger conversation about should there be gambling on Twitch? And I'm going to tell you what I think should happen, and I'm going to tell you what I think will happen. Case in point, there's a lot of things that are on Twitch that people have thought for a while now maybe shouldn't be. Content that is more adult oriented, that, you know, with this platform that attracts a wide audience of demographics and doesn't necessarily have all of the tools to really filter out who should see what, maybe it shouldn't be there. Now, what's happened in the past is typically Amazon defers to what makes the most money. A platform like this needs to be profitable for them, and they will, of course, default to allowing that type of content. So when it comes to this conversation about gambling on Twitch, what should happen, I think Twitch will probably not do anything. If I'm wrong on that, I will be incredibly glad. But do I think they'll talk about banning gambling overall? No. Do I think there should be a ban on gambling on Twitch? Yes. And do I think there should be a ban for this individual? Yes. Now, I'm a person that believes in a proper penance, and that a man who's actually apologetic and wants to right his wrongs should be given some sort of appropriate justice, but a justice that is not extremely cruel. And it seems like a lot of people like Mogul Mill here and X are trying to pay the individuals back. That being said, the fact that this person's not banned off Twitch right now kind of blows my mind. The one thing, though, that I did want to bring up that was interesting in this guy's story here, and again, there's a lot of videos about it, is that he claims he got his start with gambling from a video game, from a Counter-Strike Go auction site, which allows you to gamble for various assets and skins and so forth, which to me makes me think about a little bit of history, right? And so I bring up history because, one, video games and gambling have a long history. We're talking about them today. As you'll see, there's rumored that the new Assassin's Creed Mirage might be adults only by the ESRB for real gambling. I say two things about that. If that's true, that's great. But then it brings up the question of, if you try to ban gambling on Twitch, do you ban the Assassin's Creed game? I don't know how you handle that. I don't know how you handle that. But it's nothing new, right? Because in the 1940s and 30s, America actually banned pinball. Banned pinball for quite a long time. I think it's roughly 30 years they banned pinball. And now pinball was a bit different back then, but the general idea and concern that there was a link between gaming and gambling has been around since the genesis of gaming as we know it in the 20th century. And it seems to me that we're still wrestling with those conversations without really finding out the appropriate balance here. Now, again, when it comes to what happened, I tell you to go watch Mogul Mill. He's got a crazy history on what happened there. A lot of the people involved, I mean, almost every big streamer you could think of was scammed out of anything from $1,000 to $100,000. It's insane. I feel bad for everyone involved, but overall, if you're gonna have something like gambling, you need to realize that it's a deeper issue, and quite frankly, it probably shouldn't be on the platform. Again, my opinion. Will Twitch or Amazon do anything? My understanding, based on past behavior, is they will defer to whatever makes them the most money. That being said, hope you enjoy it. Let me know your thoughts, comment if you want, have a good one.